Today we're covering agentic browsers, how the major platforms compare, and why proxy infrastructure is essential to making them work. A new category of software has emerged at the intersection of AI and browser automation: agentic browsers. These are not simply headless browsers or traditional automation tools. They are platforms designed from the ground up to let AI agents interact with the web as humans do, understanding page content visually, making decisions, and executing multi-step workflows autonomously. But agentic browsers face the same fundamental obstacle as any automated web tool. Websites do not want bots, even intelligent ones, without the right proxy strategy. Agentic browsers get blocked, rate limited, and serve misleading content, wanting to point unthinkable capabilities that were previously separate. Full browser rendering loads and displays web pages exactly as a human user would see them. AI understanding uses large language models or vision models to interpret page content, understand layouts, and identify interactive elements. Autonomous action lets the system decide what to do, click, type, navigate, or scroll to accomplish a goal without step-by-step human instructions. Traditional browser automation like Selenium, Puppeteer, and Playwright requires developers to write explicit scripts. Agentic browsers replace those scripts with natural language instructions like find the cheapest flight from Singapore to Bangkok next Friday. This shift is why agentic browsers are gaining rapid adoption for tasks that were previously too fragile or too expensive to automate with traditional tools. Browserbase is a cloud infrastructure platform designed specifically for running AI browser agents at scale. It provides managed cloud browsers, API-driven control for starting, managing, and stopping sessions, built-in recording and debugging tools, and support for AI agent frameworks like LangChain and CrewAI. Session management lets you create, pause, and resume browser sessions programmatically. Stealth mode handles anti-detection. Full session recordings support debugging and auditing. And the platform can run hundreds of concurrent browser sessions. Proxy integration is supported per session by specifying a proxy URL when creating the session, routing that session's traffic through your chosen proxy. Browserbase is purpose-built for AI agent workloads and handles browser lifecycle management well, with strong scaling and built-in anti-detection. The trade-off is that it is a hosted solution with less control over underlying infrastructure, cost scale with session count and duration, and proxy integration depends on Browserbase's supported configuration options. Browser uses an open-source Python framework that connects LLMs directly to browser automation. It runs on your own infrastructure, uses Playwright under the hood, and connects to any LLM provider including OpenAI, Anthropic, and local models. The LLM sees the page through DOM extraction or screenshots and decides what actions to take. It supports multiple LLMs without locking you to a single provider, offers both DOM and visual screenshot modes for page understanding, allows you to define custom actions, and includes built-in data extraction. Since it is built on Playwright, you have full control over browser configuration, including proxy settings. The strengths are full control over browser, proxy, fingerprint, and LLM choice, no per-session cloud costs beyond your own infrastructure, and an active open-source community. The trade-off is that you must handle hosting, scaling, monitoring, and reliability yourself, and it is less polished than commercial alternatives. Stagehand, built by Browserbase, is an AI web automation framework that sits on top of Playwright. It is TypeScript-based and uses both vision analysis and DOM analysis for page understanding. It is designed for developers building AI-powered web automation and can run locally or on the Browserbase cloud. Its three primary methods are act, extract, and observe. Because it uses Playwright under the hood, proxy configuration follows the standard Playwright pattern. On the Anthropic computer use provides full desktop control, not just browser, and can interact with any application on a virtual desktop, with proxy configuration at the OS or network level. Microsoft Copilot Actions is integrated with the Microsoft 365 ecosystem, but offers less flexibility for custom proxy configuration and is best suited for Microsoft-centric workflows. Skyven is an open-source AI browser agent focused on workflow automation that supports proxy configuration through browser launch options and works well for form-filling and structured workflow tasks. Regardless of which platform you choose, proxy infrastructure is essential for production use. Without proxies, agent traffic comes from data center IPs if cloud-hosted, or single residential IP if self-hosted. Target websites detect and block automated traffic within minutes to hours. Geo-restricted content is inaccessible. Rate limits are quickly hit, and the data collected may not reflect what real users in target markets actually see. With mobile proxies, traffic appears to come from real mobile users on genuine carrier networks. Websites cannot distinguish agent traffic from human traffic. Geo-specific content becomes accessible by switching proxy country, IP rotation prevents rate limiting, and collected data accurately represents the real user experience. When selecting proxy infrastructure for agentic browsers, mobile carrier IPs are the priority because they carry the highest trust scores and lowest block rates. If your use cases involve Southeast Asian markets, you need proxies from Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, and Indonesia. Sticky sessions matter for multi-page agent tasks, and a rotation API allows programmatic IP switching between tasks. Agentic browsers are latency sensitive because each page load involves LLM processing on top of network time, so low latency is important. Running multiple agent instances simultaneously requires multiple concurrent proxy connections, and support for HTTP, HTTPS, and SOCKS 5 covers the protocol requirements across different platforms. For production deployments, a proxy gateway handles geo-routing by directing traffic to the correct country's proxy pool based on the task. It also manages IP rotation on configurable rules, maintains sticky sessions for multi-page tasks, runs health checks to remove unhealthy IPs from rotation, and logs usage to track bandwidth and request counts for cost management. If you use multiple agentic browser platforms, centralizing proxy configuration keeps things consistent and easier to maintain. Key metrics to monitor include task completion rate, which should stay above 95%, average task duration to detect slowdowns caused by proxy issues, and block or capture rate. Useful alert thresholds: a block rate exceeding 10% signals a need to investigate target site changes, task duration increasing by more than 50% points to proxy latency issues, proxy connection failures exceeding 5% mean you should check proxy provider status, and a bandwidth spike may indicate unintended resource loading. For e-commerce intelligence in Southeast Asia, agentic browsers with mobile proxies let you monitor competitor product listings across Shopee, Lazada, and Tokopedia, track pricing changes in real time during flash sales, collect product reviews and ratings across markets, and verify product availability by country. For financial services compliance, they support checking that financial product advertisements comply with local regulations, verifying that geo-restricted financial services are properly gated, and monitoring for unauthorized financial product offerings. For travel and hospitality research, you can compare flight and hotel prices shown to users in different CA countries, monitor OTA pricing strategies, and collect availability data from booking platforms. For content and media monitoring, you can verify content localization across regional websites, monitor news coverage across SEA markets, and track social media trends by country. For HR and recruitment, you can collect job market data from local job boards in each SEA country, monitor competitor hiring patterns, and research salary benchmarks across markets. A few trends worth watching. Agents will handle increasingly complex multi-session tasks, which requires proxy infrastructure that can maintain state across sessions and handle long-running operations. Multi-agent collaboration, where multiple AI agents work together on a single task, will require coordinated proxy usage so all agents are not hitting the same site from the same IP pool. Agentic browser platforms will build deeper proxy integration with built-in proxy marketplaces and simpler configuration. As agentic browsers become more common, anti-bot systems will develop new detection methods specifically targeting AI browsing patterns. And mobile proxies will remain the strongest countermeasure because they provide fundamentally legitimate IP addresses. Governments may also introduce regulations around autonomous web access, making transparent and legitimate proxy infrastructure important for compliance. Agentic browsers represent a fundamental shift in how AI interacts with the web. Platforms like Browserbase, Browser-Use, and Stagehand make it possible to deploy AI agents that browse autonomously, but their effectiveness depends entirely on the proxy infrastructure behind them. Mobile proxies deliver the carrier-level IPs, geo-targeting capabilities, and session management that agentic browsers need to operate reliably across Southeast Asian markets. Whether you choose a managed platform or a self-hosted solution, investing in proper proxy infrastructure is what separates agentic browser experiments from production-grade automation systems. That's everything for today. Check out our other guides at dataresearchtools.com for more on related topics. Until next time, take care and happy browsing.